Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I said that you're weak. Like, comment, and subscribe. I want to talk about something that, I feel cute inside because somebody gonna give me a request for something to talk about like I'm talking about something, y'all. That's so sweet. So look, let me tell y'all. And a person was watching the videos. He said, oh, okay, look, when you get a chance, if you feel like it, can you talk about dating with children? Dating when you're the person who have the children. Like, if you are the mom and you got the kids and you're dating. If you are the dad and you got the kids and you're dating. I thought it was elementary. But I had a story that I was able to tell him about me dating. He basically said, like, his issue with dating while he have a daughter is that his child is, children, whatever, his kids his first priority. Boom, we all understand that. But he's saying that when he dated people who did not have children, or whatever the case, that's what he was trying to say, when he dated somebody who didn't have kids, they didn't understand. Well, I was thinking to myself of the factors. Like, you got to think of the factors where you at in your life. You probably want to date somebody that's more or less aligned to you and what your availability is. If you know you got to be in your kid's life every 5 seconds and this and then the third, you probably don't want to take and have no young female if you're an older guy like me. Like, the guy is a little older than me. I'm 40. So the conversation, it was a little bit like, basically like, he basically found out, like, yeah, you can't date no young hot girl, 25, something like that, and she don't have no kids, and feel like she's supposed to be sympathetic and empathetic to the fact that you got a daughter or you got kids that mean more to you than, let's say, her. And at the end of the day, the kid, you supposed, she's supposed, whatever, y'all know what I mean. Your children are supposed to mean more than you, than your spouse. I mean, whatever, at first. I mean, especially if you're dating. Yeah, that's the truth. Not at first, all the way through the whole mix. I mean, unless y'all getting married and all that. And that's something different. And that's based on people's belief system. But all I said to him, oh, well, I thought that was like a no-brainer. But then I threw it back in my catalog of stories because y'all like stories. I got this story about when I was dating, because my oldest is 9 years apart from the other two kids I had. My other two children are 9 years after I already had just one child. So I was dating a lot in the field when I had one child, but I had a serious relationship when I had just the one child. And by the time he was about 4 or 5, me and this guy, we were dating. And the guy, he lived down south. So at a certain point in time, I went with him for the holidays down south to visit with his family or whatever. And like the first time I went alone, I think. No, I never went alone. I took my son with me. And I told you before, my son autistic. So when he was 4 and 5, his behaviors were a little bit more pronounced. But all I can say is, I don't know if they have something to do with this story or not. Or it does in a sense, but I don't know. So I'm going to tell you the story. So the point is, the guy who I spoke to, he had to draw a fine line, because he said to me that one day the female called him and she wanted to connect with him while he had his child, and he was doing something important for his child. And I think the lady wanted to see him for something that she felt that was important to her. Like, I'm having through some sort of issue and I need you to come to me as soon as possible because I would like to see you. I want your support. I want you near me. And the guy was like, yeah, you're going to wait until after I finish dealing with my daughter. And so he said that, and I don't think he said it like that, but that was the basic gist of it. And he basically was like, the lady didn't understand that his young lady was going to come first. So now, I don't know if this is the same thing, but this is the story I told him. I said, well, I never really thought that was a thing that you could even, it goes without saying, like, if I'm dating somebody and my kids, it's like, it goes without saying, my children are definitely going to come first. Like, if I got to go out on a date with you, but then my kid start throwing up or something, yeah, we not going on a date no more. I got to stay home with throw up kid or something. Like, that just makes sense. But only thing I'm saying is, I guess, a story. Okay, short story. I was dating a guy who was from North Carolina, and he I'm trying not to tell all his business, because a lot of these stories I tell y'all, I be trying not to tell every part of the business so that they don't like, oh, you talking about me on the channel. So what? If I experience you, I'm going to talk about you. But I'm not going to tell your personal business. I'll just tell my business as it pertains to you. So now, look, y'all. So now, I told the bull, like, I'm hit. I need to get a new hairdo. All right, look. So, me and a guy, when we went to North Carolina, at a certain point, we was at his family house. We was chilling. We was enjoying ourselves. We was enjoying the vibe. I had my son with me. Because I told y'all, like, it is what it is. I'm a mother. And at the time, while we was enjoying ourselves, it was getting like, it was almost like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And he and I were staying with his parents because, again, we were down there visiting for the holiday. So after it came to a certain point in the night where the hanging out was fun, everything was getting lit, and everybody from his, like, that he was close with, his cousins and people that he was down there, that have us down there visiting him with, was like, come on, let's go out immediately. Like, they just, and we was scheduled to go out the next day, where when my son went to sleep, his mom was going to stay in the house with my son, right? Because my son would be asleep, but when we was going to leave out, we were scheduled to leave out the next day. But the day prior, we were just hanging out with his brother, and we was hanging out with other people in his family at their house. And they decided spontaneously, like, oh, let's just all go out. So I was thinking, yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere. Even though I'm down here visiting, I'm his guest. I have a child, I'm my child here, and it was children there. But he wanted, that's where the autism come in. The lady who had, like, because his girl cousins too, the girls was going to leave their kids with a babysitter. They started lining their babysitter up. And I'm just looking like, yeah, that's cool. Y'all line y'all babysitters up and all that. But I'm about to pull my little boyfriend man to the side and let him know, yeah, me and my kid, we're about to go. Because look, he basically said to me, okay, I would like to hang out, and I want your baby to stay here with the kids that's going to all be at the house. That's not going to happen, because first of all, my son has autism, so he has difficulties with speaking, and he has barriers where he doesn't communicate like anybody else. Second, it take him a long time to get to know a whole bunch of parts of the environment, and we ain't having him get lost, because at that time, y'all, he'll be walking out, don't even know people, nothing, just leaving. He'll be leaving, let's just put it like that. And so he already knew this stuff, because in our relationship at the time, my son would be going through these type of episodes where they call it elopement, when your kid just get up and start scraping. He get up and just leave. I mean, it was the most terrible thing that happened to me ever in my life, that he done this stuff. But when he was younger, and he's still autistic, but when he was younger, he doesn't have this same behavior. His behaviors change over the course of time, and a lot of things he grew from. But back then, he used to elope. So here go the point of the story, y'all. The guy I'm dating, he like, yeah, well, we gonna leave your kid here with the lady kids that leaving her daughters in this. So me and you could go out to shoot pool and drink and all this down south. And I'm like, yeah, baby, let's talk to the side. I'm not going nowhere with you, baby. What you're gonna do is take me and my son to your mom's house, and you can go and drink and play pool at the bar. Y'all, I lied to you not. He snapped on me. What you mean? I'm telling you, we gotta go. What you mean? You trying to stop me? I'm trying to stop him. You trying to stop me from hanging out with my friends? And my family, I don't never get to see them. Whoom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. And so I'm like, I'm not trying to stop you. I'm simply saying this little boy my responsibility. And I felt like I was being a cool girlfriend. I don't mind if you go out. You could go out with everybody from your family. Take me and my kid home, because your solution is to leave my kid with somebody, and he not your kid. So what we gonna do is not do that. And I'm telling you, as your girlfriend and as your guest that you brought down here, go out with your friends. It was a problem. So now I'm getting upset. Well, I'm not getting upset, because he kindly took me and my kid to his mom's house. When he came back and we had an argument about it, I definitely understood why the guy asked me to make the video, because in my mind, it was a no-brainer. And at the time, I forgot to tell y'all, the guy who I was dating didn't have any children. So I had one child. He didn't have any children. And he, you know, he was cool with my kid, because ain't no way you wasn't gonna be cool with my kid without, you know, here go the mom, there go the kid. We all packaged on package deal time. So I wound up having to argue with him about it, and I didn't even understand what would be the basics for an argument. Just like what the guy was saying, yeah, it's not even nothing. My kids or you, it's gonna always be the kids. They future staked in mine. This is my legacy. If something was to happen to him while I'm going out to the bar drinking with you, what you think gonna happen to me? I'll never be able to forgive myself, so I could go impress you, and then something happened to my baby. Even if nothing don't happen to my baby, he ain't staying with these people. You down here to be with me, I'm down here to be with you. If y'all make a spontaneous plan, y'all want to go somewhere, I'm not gonna stop you. But it ain't never gonna be you in front of the kids, and never gonna be you in front of my kid, and never, not you, but what you want. I don't even care about what you want when it comes down to me and my child, because as I said to y'all, we already had a plan where that could have worked. But he thinking he about to be, he don't date a woman without children. I thought this was simple mathematics, but y'all let me know, like, comment, subscribe if it's not that simple, because it was simple to me. But I do understand it. I really shouldn't even be dating people that don't understand. That's what I was telling the guy. You shouldn't even have been dating shorty. Like, what you thought was going to happen? She all young and flying fun, and you got all the kids. She don't care about them kids, bro. No disrespect. She wants you to hurry up, get your kids away where they gotta go, and go take her on all that stuff you promised her. Because, you know, y'all guys be promising the whole world. The next thing you know, you got your baby girl, your baby boy, everything y'all got going on there. Y'all want y'all chick, oh, baby, wait. We gonna wait. It's not no problem. But that was dumb. But I'm saying, don't date them. And if you date them, don't ask them to care. They young. They by themselves. They don't care about you and them kids. Get a babysitter or stay alone. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all.